Yeah, I'm always lingering behind wherever I go. Someone super cool lives here. Oh, I can't see it, but you can. Look at this beautiful yellow color. Oh my gosh. That is my surfboard right there. I have the same exact board. Is that my board? Oh, no way. Look at it. Can you see the logo? I have that same surfboard. I'll show it to you when I get to my house. But look at this big, beautiful thing. That's a Royal Palm, people. Let's stand back and see how awesome it is. We have some great comparisons next to it. Royal Palm's native to Cuba. It's loves LA. Seems to just not really do so well in Northern California. It's just a little too cold in the winter. And I think the soil just gets a little too cold up there in the winter. But maybe next to a really hot building it'll do well. Usually anything that you can grow in LA successfully, you can grow in the best microclimates of the Bay Area. But I haven't seen, there's not one big Royal Palm like this in the Bay Area. Yeah, whatever. But so here's the difference here. So it's very similar to the king palm. It has a crown shaft right there. It's part of the trunk. That whole piece holds one frond up. And a king palm also has a crown shaft, which is blocked by that flower a little bit. You see the flower coming out on the Royal Palm. Similar. The Royal Palm has a frond that's more like a queen palm in the sense that it radiates in all directions. And a queen palm is just conveniently here for comparison. See that right there? That's a queen palm, people. We'll do king palm, queen palm, Kentia palm, Royal Palm, so you guys know the difference. Might as well do Washingtonia as well. There's your Washingtonia, Mexican fan palm. All right. But the main difference here, the king palm is pretty similar to a royal, except the king palm has flat bladed foliage. It radiates out on one plane, a lot like a Kentia palm does that. So it kind of gives it a more tropical appearance. The trunk of the king palm is really beautiful and gray below the crown shaft, and it's the same exact color as, you guessed it, the Royal Palm. But do you see the big design difference between the Royal Palm and the king palm? Royal Palm gets bigger and wider, but the coolest difference of all, boom, look at that trunk. Huge, fat, beautiful trunk. It almost looks like a wine palm, a Chilean wine palm. And yeah, it's called Roystonia regia. Roystonia regia, Arcanta Phoenix Cunninghamiana, Cuba, Australia, Washingtonia robusta, Mexico. Thank you. Queen palm, Brazil. And last but not least, the Kentia palm from Lord Howe Island off northeast Australia. It's got the whole world here. But the Royal Palm is super fabulous. The only thing that really rivals it in size is the Chilean wine palm and the Canary palm, which are bigger. But this is a pretty big stately tree. If I lived down in LA, I'd have a bunch of them. Now it's interesting here, we're a few miles from the beach. It's a little bit, fried on the tips. I think it's forgivable because it has so much presence with its trunk. It's so regal and royal. The king palm does the same thing when it gets oceanic wind. Here, I would say, which one looks better, people? I would have to say the king palm looks a little better. What does that say? It kind of says that the king palm might just be a little tougher for foliage burn than the royal. Now, the one, if you're right near the coast, you want something to look perfect, well, you go with the Kentia palm. Look how perfect that looks. It's from that windy maritime island where it grows right down to the high tide mark on the beaches. It takes ocean waves up on it. It's obviously salt tolerant, but these things can just get beat by massive wind and it does not tip burn whatsoever. But the drawback is it can't take any blazing hot heat, whereas the Royal can. Heat lovers, doesn't like the heat, is okay with the heat, loves the heat. This thing could grow in Arizona. So the Kentia Palm would just fry in Arizona. So anyway, those are the differences right there. And I don't know why they got cushions on the roof. They must have had a roof party. Look at this cool place. Oh, we got the cool hammock going. We're in Marina Del Rey. Orange, look at the orange and the blue together. It's a great spot. It's got the triangle palm there, Dipsis, Dicaria, and here, look at this. There's the red seeds of the king palm. Really beautiful. And might as well just keep going. Canary palm. You got it all here. Great examples. There you go. And some very well-trimmed ficus. And some creative living here. So anyway, that's the deal. You go to a fun restaurant.